on the new gummies?
So I got the 525 on, and up front I switched from the GPX bike, the CST tire. How's it going, everybody? We're out here in Penrose Commons. I'm on the 2021 Beta 300 RR racing. Like, which model is it? Where do I want to go? Oh yeah, we'll go up here. So I got the CST front tire on this bike. That's off the GPX bikes. Figure, you know, not gonna waste a tire. Just burn it up and then put on probably some name brand tire you can get in the US. Although I heard the CST tires are pretty long lasting. And on the back of this bike, on the Beta, I'm running the 525, Shinko 525 cheater. I have never tried it. I've used the 505 numerous times. I've not tried the 525. But because I like technical trails, you know, I think it's a gummier tire than the 505, if I'm not mistaken. Can't keep tires straight, man. There's so many different ones. And I also made that Kydex clutch cover for this bike the other day. It feels like a pretty good tire. In the front, so far, the CST tire feels good. I've read where some people don't like the CST tires on the roadway. I don't have too much experience except when I had the TSE 250R. That two-stroke, you know, from my house to the trails. I mean, it did fine. But then I did put on different tires. And on the GPX bikes, I'm going to have Trackmaster 2 rears and the Dual Sport Adventure Tusk tires for the fronts, because they're all DOT approved tires. MSOs for the GPX bikes are coming in today. I get my postal mail scanned by the post office and they send me an email. It's free to do. I'd highly recommend you all setting that up. If you don't already, it's so handy. Like, I know what postal service packages are coming. I know when each piece of letter mail is image scanned, and I know what's showing up. Especially if you're waiting for something, you can be like, hey, it's here. And make sure you go to the postal box. By postal box, in Colorado, we all have, you know, group mailboxes. Whereas, you know, it's not like the standalone boxes in front of your house. I think more of the country is going that route, right? Just too many people. And it's cheaper for the postal service because they can pull up to one group of boxes and deliver, you know, 20 homes at once. Mail, letter mail. And then there's, for ours, 2 package spots. GPX bikes, that's going to be coming along. Getting the MSOs, getting them plated, insured. all that good stuff, so I can post up on RiderShare and start getting the rentals in and see how it does. So it's probably gonna be happen, I would think, in the next few weeks. I do have a little issue where I'm going to Tennessee in May. I also have a little issue where I'm going to 5 Miles of Hell here in April, but should be able to schedule around those times. I'll be back, 2 weeks in Tennessee, going to Florida too, see my 96-year-old grandmother. Could be the last time, type thing. So very important that I go on that trip, do that. And yeah, I'm not sure what bike I'll take to Tennessee. If I'll take a bike, haven't really decided. Might just take the Beta, might just ride on their property. Don't know. My daughter doesn't really like riding, so probably not gonna take her bike. I guess she still has the TTR 50E Yamaha, so I might be selling that. So hey, anyone out there sees my video, I'm near Colorado Springs, actually in Monument, Colorado, just north of Springs. If your kid wants a TTR 50E, I believe it's a 2016, but they haven't changed them, so it doesn't really matter in the year. Like, no hours. This is like brand new. And you are looking to get your child a motorcycle. It's blue, of course. And, hit me up. Go to Meeker Extreme Facebook page and just contact me probably through there. That'd probably be the easiest. And we can talk about price. And yeah, I'll probably be listing it soon again here, probably in the next week on, because it's spring, and selling it, I think like $1,800 was new. So I had somebody offer me, I think it was $2,100 last year. I turned it down because my daughter was like, no, I want to ride. And then like, she never rode. I was like, well, you had me keep it and you didn't ride. So the money actually, it's not going towards myself or the wife. If it makes you feel better, it's actually, I look at it as her money. It's money we spent, her grandparents spent. We'll just go ahead and put it in her. Probably do that, or I was thinking maybe using it for her to get a e-scooter. There's some kids at school that have them, and a good e-scooter is like $1,000, So that's what I'm thinking. Either way, it's her money, and yeah, it's just type of parents we are. Look, see, this is what I came down. It's not flat. It's not flowy. This is my flow trail. I'm out of shape. And I wanted to talk to you all about the rentals and selling stuff and just what's going on with bikes in a video. And you can see my squiggly line. I highly recommend Trail Tech Voyager Pros. Yes, I've been sponsored by them and stuff, so for full disclosure, but this ain't really an ad. Just, I look down, I'm like, oh yeah, hey, Voyager Pro. I highly recommend these. A lot of people like putting their phones on. I've tried that route. You've seen in some of my older videos. It works, having an extra phone and mounting it, but it's so fragile, It's so fragile. Where this, if this breaks, if this gets destroyed, okay, I go without, right? I don't have to replace this. If it's my primary phone, I would have to replace it. I guess if it's your second or third phone, you also wouldn't have to replace it. It's just, I guess, your comfort level of having a piece of electronica. I just like that it has a dock. If I hooked up all the other stuff, I would have like heat and all that, what my engine temp is and all that good stuff, RPM. I really don't care about that stuff at this point. If this was a venture bike, I would hook it all up, or a dual sport bike. I would want to know that. Anyways, Trail Tech Voyager Pro, I highly recommend. Great company. They're pretty cool. And I don't have the memory card in, so I can't save my tracks. Okay, close that. It's just a little rubber flap here. I kind of wish that was a little bit better design. But otherwise it's a pretty good unit. I like it. Beta's working out good. We talked about the tires, the Kydex cover here on. Yep. And that's going to work out nice. Add some protection. Plus, it allows you to keep the clutch cover a little longer. Like I had a hairline crack. RTV that on. That hairline crack, well, hey, crack be gone, you know, it'll last that much longer. If I have to replace it, if you have to replace one, I would actually just recommend spending the money. I know it's expensive, getting the Recluse billet cover, because that thing is like pretty much indestructible. And if you're still worried about damage to a Recluse cover, you could still make a Kydex clutch cover to go over the Recluse, and that way you just have an added protection. I just wish there was some way that the brake pedals wouldn't bang in, you know, and damage. You would think back here, you would think maybe they could reinforce the metal covers with thicker metal in that area. Like maybe the bottom half be a thicker alloy, or how about just a steel cover? How about somebody just sell a steel cover? It would never break. You'd probably end up sending the shock through and breaking, you know, this part of the case. The side case, I think it's called. That's probably what you would end up breaking. Let's keep going now. Took my little break, did my little talk. Man, it looks so steep, but it's pretty much a ramp. It is just mind over matter. Basically, I'm out now. That's the last real obstacle, I do believe. Yep. I consider this spot really the out. A lot of people don't, though. I can remember some guys coming along. I was just kind of sitting there taking a little break. I didn't know they had been here before, and I just said, like, "You're almost out of here." And the guy's like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, basically the end of the trail right here." He's like, "No, it keeps going." I'm like, "Well, yeah, it keeps going a little bit, but really, there's no hard stuff." And you could tell he was just like annoyed at me that I said it was the end of the trail, which I just found hilarious. I mean, unless you think this is hard. But maybe he thought this trail and the one straight across were the same trail. Well, I don't know, a lot of us, to me that's a different trail, totally different type of terrain. I don't consider the same trail because we hit this road. I consider that one trail, that a separate trail, because you hit a road. That's personally just how I look at things, so maybe that's what it was. Or he just was like, "Oh, this guy doesn't know this guy doesn't know the area. He thinks this is the only trail." So in my tires, with tubeless, I use Tire Ject. Not sponsored. I have in the past gotten stuff from them, but I liked it so much, I went ahead and I bought like 4 or 5 bags, 10-ounce bags, because I liked it that much. So yeah, in the past, sponsored, but like so much, I continue to use, and I've seen it work with flat. So when you ride out here, if you're not running mooses like bibs or nitro because of all the cactus, then you know, and you're running tubeless, you could have a plug kit, but you know, usually the cactus needles here aren't capable of going through most tires, but just by the off chance one were to go through and cause you, it would be a slow leak anyways. You want some type of run flat system, right? So tubeless by itself is kind of a run flat system, but you add tire jacked, or there's many different slime even. They all work. I like tire jacked. It's thinner. It's easier to clean up. It works. And versatile slime. Slime's thick. It's messy. I know there's other ones. I think there's one called Stan's Mountain Biker. I haven't used it. I heard that's good. It's thinner too. So, you know, you definitely want some type of stuff in a tubeless setup. Tube setup, you're pretty much SOL, right? Nothing ever stops a tube from going flat. I've never had luck. I can remember first time at university, you know, I had to buy a new tire for my mountain bike, right? And oh, hey, we're to the tree of Hannock. The sign's still there. That's nice, nice. I don't see the Christmas bulb. Oh, I think it's broke. Oh, it's just off. It's down in that rock. I came at a weird angle to look at the tree. Oh boy, what was I talking about? I have dementia like our president.